Oh, 42 is the plaque one. The graded slab. Alrighty. You're good. You still got 6 minutes. I'm just setting up on my end. How's it going, everybody? Got 6 more minutes before we start up. How's it going? Got 5 more minutes before we start up. If you guys want to check out the shop, see what's in inventory at the moment. Starting up at 6 o'clock. Got 5 more minutes. Are you able to close the door when you're done putting them in order, please? Thank you. 4 more minutes. Got 3 more minutes before the auction starts off. It's almost 6 o'clock. Is yours plugged in? Alrighty, everybody. 2 more minutes and we're going to start up. Take a look at the inventory, see if you guys see anything you like. I believe we have 54 comics this time. We were at 62 yesterday. We didn't get to finish up the live at that time, but we're going to restart today and see how it goes. Alrighty, we're on the last minute. We're about to start up here. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. Thank you for stopping in. How's it going, Dirty Harry? Thanks for stopping in. How's it going, Blorick? How's it going, William? All right, it's 6 o'clock, everybody. We're going to start up. Starting off with number one. How's it going, everybody? We're about to start. Alrighty. Right now we're selling Batman Detective Comics number 954, released in 2017, starting off at $1. Great condition. This is a modern comic. No creases, no folds. Got 5 seconds if anybody wants it. Alrighty, we're going to be moving on to number two. Doors closed for a reason, baby. Doors closed for a reason, baby. Alrighty, this is a Star Wars number 17, released in 2016. This is another modern comic, great condition. Last 5 seconds. Alrighty, moving on. Alright, Star Wars number 12, released in 2016. Another modern comic, starting off at $1. Great condition. No folds on the spine, no wear, no creases yet. Hitting our last 5 seconds. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for stopping in. Alright, Star Wars number 10, released in 2015, starting off at $1. This is another modern comic. Great condition like the other ones. No folds, no creases. Last 5 seconds. Alrighty. Moving on to the next one. Alright, this is Star Wars number 8, released in 2015. Another modern comic, starting off at $1, also in great condition. Most of the Star Wars are in any of the mint new ones are in great conditions. Got last 10 seconds. Alrighty. Moving on to the next one. Alright, Zero Hour Crisis in Time number 2, released in 1994. Going for $1. Great condition, no creases, no folds on the edges. Got 10 seconds. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. We got Batman Showdown of the Bat, or Shadow of the Bat, released in 1996. Going for $1. This one's a vintage, solid condition. See the spine aging right there. No creases, no folds at the edges. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. Alright, this is Iron Man number 310, released in 1994, going for $1. Solid condition, no wear on the spine yet. Still got some nice edging, no creases. Alright, hitting our last 5 seconds here. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. Alrighty, we got the Astonishing X-Men number 4, released in 1995, going for $1. Alrighty, last 5 seconds. Looks like someone's winning this one already. Alrighty, appreciate your purchase. I'll put this one aside for you. Thank you. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. We got Mutant X number 30, released in 2001. This is a modern one, starting it off at $1. Great condition, no creases, no folds. Most of the modern ones will be in mint condition. Some of the vintage ones will vary depending. Sometimes they are in great condition, sometimes they're in a little worn condition. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for stopping in. Hope you find something you like. We're about to start the next auction. It's going to be Amazing X-Men number 3, released in 1995, going for $1. This one is in solid condition. I have this one as vintage. Anything in the 1900s, putting as vintage. Anything in the 2000s, putting as modern. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. If there's anything in the shop that was missed that you like, well, bids are already going. Looks like we got a buyer. Do you have Mutant X number 31? You'll have to check the shop. I think I only have the one that I just passed. Emo Hazard, thanks for the purchase, winning on this one. I think I only have Mutant X number 30, sir. Sorry. All right, this one got sold. Appreciate your purchase. Uh, Moon Knight, a few Punishers, and Chaos. Yep, sorry about that, Ninja Steve. Sorry about that. All right, moving on to the next one. Hey, back with another purchase. Appreciate it. Green Arrow number 41, released in 1990. You got 10 seconds if anyone wants to try and snatch it. 5 seconds. Gone for $1. Appreciate your purchase, sir. Moving on to the next one. All right, this was the Avengers Annual number 20, released in 1991. Another vintage in great condition. Spine solid, no creases, no folding on the edges. Last 10 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Thanks for joining in. Alrighty, we're about to move on to the next one. Alrighty, this one's X Factor number 7, released in 1986. Great condition for an 86. Last 10 seconds. Alrighty, people, we're about to move on to the next one. Last 3 seconds if anybody wants it. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. Alright. Got Batman, Toyman number 1, released in 1998, going for $1. Yes, sir, Ninja Steve, I could run back that Mutant X number 30 for you. And we can see about that Dark Crystal. I think we're still in line for that one to come around. We'll run back that Mutant X number 30 for you. Yes, sir. Mutant X number 30. I believe that one. Alrighty. It would be number 11 on the list. Thank you. All right, we're starting off number 11 again. Mutant X number 30, released in 2001. How's it going, everyone that joined in? Appreciate you joining the auction. I need 30, 31 to complete the run. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can. I try to. I'm gonna start doing the lives once a week on midnight. Normally that gives me time to run through my local stores because I do this by myself with my wife. It's just a collection thing, so it's not like a big inventory that I have. But if I run across number 31, I'll hold it on. See if you can get that from us. But appreciate you taking that number 30 off of our hands. We're pushing on to the list again, number 19. Yes, sir, of course. All right, this is the Punisher War Journal number 19, released in 1990. Got another vintage, great condition. I try to get great condition comics. There's a few that I look out specifically: Punisher, Batman, some of the X-Men, some of the Ghost Rider. So if you have any of, oh, thank you, Emo Hazard, for another purchase. We appreciate it. So if you like any of those, just keep out, follow the channel. Maybe you can join in a live next run. All right, moving on to the next Punisher War Journal. All right, number 20, going to be Punisher War Journal number 20, released in 1990. Awesome. Got another purchase from Emo Hazard. We appreciate it. Got 15 seconds left if anybody wants it. This one is in great condition. Last 5 seconds. Last 2 seconds. Awesome. Appreciate it. Awesome, Emo Hazard. Thank you for the purchases. Moving on to the next one. All right, this is another Punisher. This is Night Stalker number 6, released in 1993. This one is in awesome condition. No creases, no folds. Hitting the last 10 seconds here. Alrighty, we're moving on to the next one. How's it going, everybody joining in? Alrighty, we got Namor the Submariner, number 28, released in 1992. Great condition. We're starting it off at $1. When I first got this one, I thought it was gonna be one of the Golden Fist series. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called. I didn't read the title right off the rip. But alrighty, we're pushing on to the next one. This one is Karate Kid number 10, released in 1977. This one is in solid condition for its age, 1977. Got some minor aging here on the spine. Got a minor crease here. Minor fold. Awesome. Appreciate it, Ninja Steve. Awesome. Hope you enjoy this one. This one was a find when I found it. I was excited. I didn't know Karate Kid actually made comics. All right, moving on to our next one. We got the West Coast Avengers number 3, released in 1985. This one is in solid condition for 1985. No folds, no creases. You got some minor aging on the spine here, but other than that, it looking great. I believe that is Craven. Got Hawkeye over here. Alrighty, we're about to move on to the next one. Alrighty, the next one is a Ghost Rider. This one's the original Ghost Rider Rides Again number 3, released in 1991, starting it off at $1. This one is in great condition. You can see the spine has little to no wear, no creases, edgings have no fold. Got your last 5 seconds if anybody wants this one. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, this is Pink Panther number 61, released in 1979. This one does have some aging, but the spine is looking solid. Hardly any creases on it, maybe some aging. Edging looks solid, no folds. Pushing on to our last 5 seconds here if anybody wants it. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. Alright, this is Scamp number 31, released by Golden Key. This is a 1976. Has some aging on the spine. You can see here some minor crinkles. I think there might be a few creases here and there. Some minor damage here at the folds. Got your last second if you want it. Alrighty. Moving on to the next one. Alrighty, it's starting. Walt Disney Chippendale number 37, released in 1976. Going. starting at $1. This one does have some aging on the spine. Little disconnect here where the staple was. Small wear on the corners. Alrighty, we're about to move on to the next one. Alrighty, and it's live. We got X-Men 2099, number 14, released in 1994, starting off at $1. Great condition. Spine looks solid. No creases on the edges. No folds on the edges. No creases on it. Last 5 seconds. Alrighty, moving on. This is Mad number 228, released in 1982, starting off at $1. This one is one of the greater condition ones that I have. This one has some minor folds. As you can tell, the spine has some aging. The edging has some minor wear, but other than that, it's looking solid. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. Alright, we got another X-Men 2099. This one's number 22, released in 1995. Solid condition. Got no folds, no creases. If there's one that was missed that you were looking at, you can always just leave a comment in the chat. We'll try to go back for you, see if we can get that auctioned out for you. Any Scotty Young, I hate Fairyland. That is a good question. I normally don't keep track of like the author or the artist or the writers. I normally just go based off of um the titles or the series. If you want, you can check out the shop, see if there's anything in there for you, Lockjaw. All right, moving on to the next one. We got another Mad. This one's Mad number 223, released in 1981, starting it off at $1. This one does have some very, very much worn. Got some tape here, got some pieces missing, very much aged. Alrighty, we're going to be moving on to the next one. Got another Mad comic. This one is Mad number 224, released in 1981, starting it off at $1. This one is better conditioned. It is still worn. You can tell here where the staple is getting loose. Some worn from the pages being opened. Some minor folds or rolls and creases. Minor tears. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. This one's Mad number 212, released in 1980, starting off at $1. This one is in better condition. No disconnect yet. Still connected, but it is well aged. Got some folds in the corners. Alrighty, we're moving on to the next one. Got another Mad comic going. This one is Mad number 238, released in 1983, starting off at $1. This one is also in great condition, at least compared to the other ones that we have in the inventory. Got 10 seconds if anybody wants it. Then we're moving on to the next one. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. Oh, John Robb, appreciate the purchase, sir. Thank you. Putting that aside for you. Alrighty, we got Batman number 72. This one's a modern one. This one's released in 2019. We're starting it off at $1. This one is in mint condition. Got our last 10 seconds going. Alrighty, we're moving on to the next one. Alright, this one is going to be more than $1. We're starting this one off at a high price. This is a slab. This one's starting off at $60. This is Deadpool number 7. This was released in 2024. Any more Mads? Just the ones that I have in inventory, sir. If you want, you can check out the shop and see if we have some of those Mads that catch your interest. I think we have a few of them. You might have jumped in when I passed the other ones. All right, we're moving on to the next one. Got another dollar comic coming at you. This one is Batman and the Outsiders number 13, released in 1984, starting off at $1. This is in solid condition, minor wear and hardly no tear. When I say hardly, I don't think there is any. We might have a small roll or crease, but I don't see any in camera at the moment. Alrighty, appreciate it. We're moving on to the next one. Alrighty, another Batman and the Outsiders. This is number 22, released in 1985, starting off at $1. The next time we have an auction will be next week. I'm going to switch it to midnight at 12. We're going to call it Midnight Comics. If anybody wants to join into the next auction next week on Wednesday. All right, we're pushing on to the next one. All right, this is Robotics, released in 1986. Any Avengers or Spider-Man. I have West Coast Avengers and I have Avengers Annual, if I'm not mistaken. But you would have to check in the shop, see if those are anything you're interested in. If so, I can run that back for you. Hitting our last 5 seconds. Um, and I have been hunting for some Spider-Man. I'll try to get some of those in inventory. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, we got Robin number 2, the Joker's Wild. Number 3, this is the swing cover, released in 1991, starting off at $1. It has a hollow card right there in the middle of the comic. This one is in great condition for its age. Alrighty, we're about to push on to the next one. Alrighty, we got our next one going. This is the Terminator number 2, released in 1990, going for $1 if anybody wants it. Great condition. Pushing 10 seconds. Alrighty, everybody, we're going to get ready for the next one. Alrighty. This is Batman number 500, released in 1993. Starting off at $1. Great condition. Great artwork, I would say myself. This is one reason why I grabbed this one. Has the cardboard box plus the plastic sleeve to keep it protected. 5 seconds. Alrighty, we're moving on. Alrighty, this one was awesome when I found it. I was actually surprised. This is the Django and Zero number 1. This one is a modern one, released in 2014. Awesome, Ninja Steve. Appreciate you that bid on that one. This one is a great find. Got our last 5 seconds going. Awesome. Thank you for your purchase. We appreciate that. Alrighty, everybody, moving on to the next one. This is Marvel Super Action number 10, released in 1978. This is a Captain America comic. If we have any Captain America fans out there, this one's in great condition. Got 10 seconds, and then we're moving on to the next one. Last 5 seconds. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. We got a Moon Knight comic, if there's any Moon Knight fans. Hey, there we go. Emo Hazard. This is Moon Knight number 16. This is a modern one, released in 2008. Last 15 seconds. We have another one of these. Not this one specifically, but another Moon Knight comic. All right, last 5 seconds. Nice to you, Emo Hazard. Nice on the win. Pushing on to the next one. Alrighty, we got the Dark Crystal number 2, released in 1983. Nice, Ninja Steve. Might grab this one for $1. This one is a great find as well. Last 10 seconds. This one is in great condition. Spine is solid, no wear, no creases, no folds on the corner. Great condition comic. Awesome, Ninja Steve. Another win for you. Moving on to the next one. This is the Spectre number 10, released in 2001. This is a Joker series comic, Joker's Last Laugh. This one is in great condition if there's any Joker fans out there. Got our last 15 seconds. This one does have a cardboard backing and a plastic sleeve as well to keep it protected. All of them will more than likely have a plastic sleeve, and we do put cardboard in the shipping stuff so they come protected. Some of them already put some in there. Moving on to the next one. This is Chewbacca number 3. This is a modern one. Yeah, I was surprised when I came across that Dark Crystal. Dark Crystal number 2 is the harder book to find. If I see another one, or if I see any more of the Dark Crystal series, I'll put them back into the inventory. There's a few of them that I know that are very popular. I normally try to find the ones that I like because I know those are popular ones. And then I also try to find ones that people might enjoy as well, some rare ones. Here's a rare one in my eyes. Hailstorm. I've only came across a few of these. This one was the better conditioned one that I came across. This is Hellstorm, Prince of the Lies, number 16, released in 1994. If anybody's looking at that. This one is in great condition. Last 5 seconds, then we'll be moving on to the next one. Alrighty, pushing forward. This one's Seven Soldiers. I believe that's Kalaran. I can't pronounce it properly. This was the Witch Boy number 1. This one is a modern one. This one was released in 2005. Mint condition. All the modern ones will be in mint condition. Kept the cardboard in there to keep it protected. If anybody's interested in that one. Alrighty, moving on to the next one. We got another Moon Knight. This is the other one that I was talking about. Thought that would interest you. This one is Moon Knight number 17, released in 2008. This one does come with this one is the cardboard that I cut out myself to protect these ones. Um, make sure they are in great condition. All the comics that I find, I like them myself, or someone in my family enjoyed them, or the way they looked, so we grabbed them. This is a win for you, Emo Hazard. Appreciate the purchase. All right, moving on to the next one. This one is the Black Dragon number 2, released in 1985. Great condition. If anybody's interested in this one. All right, pushing to the last 10 seconds here. We are coming towards the end of the auction here soon. We're pushing on our last ones. Before we end the live, if there's any ones that want reran, just let us know. We can do that. If not, you'll have to wait till next week. We'll do another auction on Wednesday at midnight. All right, moving on to the next one. This one is called Something Crawled Out, number 1, cover B. This is another modern one. This is released in 2024, so this one is relatively new. This one is in mint condition. Pushing on 5 seconds. Alrighty, everybody. This should be the last comic that we're doing for this auction. If there's the last two, we have one more after this, or two more after this. Check out the shop to make sure there's none that you missed that you wanted. Um, and if anything, give a follow, see if there's any more inventory that you're interested in. All right, we're pushing on to the next one. This one, yep. I was gonna say I sold a few of these on my other platforms. This is Tomb Raider. This is popular. I know a few people like these ones. This is Tomb Raider number 23. This is a modern one. It's released in 2002, but it's still great series. Appreciate you, Emo Hazard. Last 5 seconds. Alrighty, good on you, Emo Hazard. Thank you for your purchase. All right, we're moving on the final one for the night. Hey, I didn't know if this one would go or not. Looks like Emo Hazard got it right when it started. This is Chaos number 6. This is another modern one. This is released in 2014. Great cover art. This was another reason why I picked this one. Alrighty, we're about to finish this up. Thanks everybody for the purchases. Appreciate your support. We appreciate your purchase. Thank you. We'll get those shipped out as soon as we can. Next auction will be Wednesday at 12 o'clock a.m. 12 midnight next week. Hop in if you want to see new inventory or any of that. Thank you guys for stopping in. We appreciate it.